At the top of each section for further instructions to the nearest exit. If at any time while you are here you need assistance, please ask your nearest attendant. Again, welcome to the Curtis Colwell Center.
Hello, and welcome to the Naaman Forest High School graduation ceremony. My name is Jeffrey Steve Diaz, and my classmates and I are thrilled that you are joining us to help celebrate the accomplishments of our long educational journeys. As a courtesy to my fellow graduates, I ask that you remain respectful while we cross the stage so families and friends will hear our names called as we receive our diplomas. Again, thank you for being here and helping us make this a day we will all remember. Enjoy the ceremony.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and the class of 2021. My name is Scarlett Shea Coco, and it has been my honor and privilege to serve as your senior class president. Please join me as we stand for the pledges and the singing of the national anthem by our choir president, Macy Jewel Davis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. And now I would like to welcome our Student Council President, Ms. Viana Ho.
Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Viana Ho, the Student Council President. Before we get started, please join me in welcoming Linda Griffin, Secretary, Robert Selders, Assistant Secretary, Johnny Beach, Trustee, Dr. Ricardo Lopez, GISD Superintendent, Dr. Brent Ringo, Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Susanna Russell, Chief Leadership Officer, Lisa Ray, General Counsel. Also, honored guests, parents, family members in the class of 2021. This year has been one of the most interesting years, to say the least, but to be a part of this class has been a privilege. This may be the end of our high school chapter. However, this is just the beginning of our future journeys. It is my honor to be standing up on this stage, recognizing my fellow classmates into the next step of our lives. I have no doubt that our class will achieve great things for our future generations. Congratulations, class of 2021. We made it! Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Lopez, followed by the principal address from Dr. Ellis.
Good morning, Naaman Forest High School. Let's give this class of 2021 a huge round of applause. These students have endured so much. We're so ready for you guys to walk across the stage and begin those next phases of your life. I'm gonna tell you, adulthood is overrated. You know, every adult could tell you that. Comes with a lot of responsibility, and the one thing you learn is that your circumstances now have bigger consequences. So as you walk this stage, remember, you are ready for anything that comes your way, not only because we prepared you, because the people in the audience prepared you, because this pandemic got you resilient like no other class before you. So I want to give a big shout out to our top 10 dual credit associate's degrees. I just am so impressed what has happened in the past year and a half under pandemic circumstances with this school. You see, we're thrilled to celebrate achievements, but we need to remind everyone here that these students did not get here alone. That the people that got to see them walk across the stage, you, audience members, have gone above and beyond under unprecedented circumstances to set the goal of walking here tonight. You see, students, you are here because of your hard work. Yes, you are also here because of the supporters sitting out there beside you and around you. But I also want you to remember that in life you can never go at it alone. So let's give a big round of applause to the teachers for going through everything they went through to get these students where they're at. Our teachers had to endure things they never thought possible. Sleepless nights, getting assignments, because we're virtual, you all, at all hours of the night. Feeling the need to grade them, dual platforms, just the so much changing in our environment. but they were relentless to get him here. And I want to give your administration and your counselors a huge round of applause for their support. Dr. Ellis, your leadership was noticed during this pandemic and felt. Thank you for everything you did for these students. You see, each of us today faced unprecedented circumstances, and if you have lost a loved one, we mourn with you. Since March of last year, when this first hit, our number one priority was this class. You see, what people didn't realize is we tried to predict what was happening since March of last year using the Spanish influenza outbreak that happened a century ago. We learned how long it would last, which was about a year and a half. We learned that there's going to be spikes and recessions. We learned about the ever-changing environment. And we tried to base decision-making on that formula. It was not an exact science, but we needed a roadmap. Then we had to set goals. For our goals for the high schools was we would not lose that junior class. We knew it would be a year and a half, and we would want to do everything possible to have every senior graduate on this stage today. Each of us read the papers about neighboring districts that were struggling to get seniors through, that they were in fear that they would have the lowest graduation rate that they've ever seen in the history of their schooling. It was a real pandemic. It was a real hurdle, but Naaman Forest was relentless. And that defines this class, being relentless in 2021. You see, now we have higher standards. Not only do we have graduation rates, we have something called college career military readiness. Our schools are graded and measured if these kids are college and career ready. So not only do we have to graduate them, that second goal was they will be college and career ready when they leave here. It's a huge undertaking. And amidst all of that, Naaman Forest, this class of 2021 has 97% of their seniors graduating today. That is a huge feat. Hey, that's tweet material for you tweeters out there, all right? I'm telling you, that is something to be very proud of, and that's something that we're celebrating. That shows you the focus that this team had on this group of students. But it got better. Remember I said we're held to a college and career readiness standard now? If the rating went out today, Naaman Forest would get a 91%, which is an A. So congratulations, Naaman Forest, for getting an A. All during a pandemic. No excuses. Great job, Rangers. But you know, adversity was felt by us all and in different facets. And some of us went at deeper levels. Some of us got hit hard with this pandemic. I'm going to tell a few stories of resiliency, and I want you students to understand these people have allowed us to share this story because they wanted to show everyone that we choose what happens in our lives, not the circumstances that surround us. So when I say your name, please stand and remain standing while I tell your story. Miles Roy, please stand. He didn't expect to have this the year that he had. He was forced to say goodbye to his beloved mother, Tanya, who passed away. She loved watching him play football with his Ranger teammates and was a huge supporter. Miles describes her as caring, funny, straight to the point person who always told him what to do to better himself for the future. She made it clear that she did not want him to fall behind. Unfortunately, with any loss, it hits us hard, and he did fall behind. Carrying the weight of what happened in the year and that pain in his heart, it became too much for him for a while. He struggled to focus on his classes, and his grades were low, and her passing sometimes changed his vigor, his spirit. But he had people rallying around him and believing in him, and he did not want to let his mom down. He made a promise before she passed, and he was determined to keep it. Despite the pain, he turned it around, regained his focus, went hard work, And guess who's walking with us tonight? Miles, your mom is here with you, and she is so proud. We can feel his spirit, and you are loved. Thank you for sharing your powerful story. Next, I'd like to stand is Sanhun Amaranayaka. Sanhun, are you here? Okay, well, Sanhun, your spirit is with us. And then finally, I would like to tell the story of Deborah Gabriel. Is Deborah Gabriel here? So, audience, we have a number of students that chose to attend virtually as well. After we announce the people who walk, you will hear names being called, and those are the people that are attending virtually. So we still have dual platforms going on, teachers. We have face-to-face learners here and virtual. But we want to honor both of them. I won't tell their stories because they're not here. But understand the story of loss and resilience with both of these students is profound. And life circumstances do hit our students at greater levels and a greater impact. And not everybody has the foundation family support that a lot of our students graduating today have. So let's give those graduates a round of applause for their resiliency. So in closing, when you encounter the setbacks or people tell you something can't be done, you will rise above it. You will stick with it and you will achieve your goals. You are Naaman Forest Rangers. Remember, it's not the demanding circumstances and temporary setbacks that define us, but rather our choices during those setbacks. You see, I always felt that overcoming the odds is not about when things go right in life. Overcoming the odds is when everything is unpredictable, there's a moving target, and it's hard to set your feet straight, but you still find a way to proceed forward. Life does happen, and life will knock you down, but those that fall forward, as Denzel Washington says, will always prevail. Graduates, your life is invaluable. Each and every one of you are dearly loved. So boldly go into the future and live each day with gratitude and know that you will always succeed because you graduated from Naaman Forest High School. God bless you. Charge on.
Good morning. To our board member, Ms. Griffin, to our superintendent, Dr. Lopez, our different cabinet members, the Naaman Forest High School staff, our community members, parents, and to the Naaman Forest Ranger class of 2021. Give them another round of applause. Students, I want to congratulate you on such a major accomplishment. Parents, I want to thank you for supporting these students to get them where they are today and not giving up. Students, you have experienced so much. You have worked so hard to overcome graduating during a global, worldwide pandemic. You have made choices to be unstoppable, even when the odds were against you. Unfortunately, this is a decision that you will continue to have to make. You are at the crossroads of life, a place where you must choose which direction you want to go and choose who you really want to be. I charge you, class of 2021, to continue to be of great character and integrity, develop a spirit of compassion and service for others, and always do the right thing even when it's difficult. As you enter this new season of your life, strive to be the best, but not at the expense of others. Stretch your limits to go places and do things you could only imagine. Take advantage of every second as if it was your last, and always think positive, make every decision with love, and continue to strive for a future of success that will leave a legacy for years to come. Class of 2021, we're so proud of you. We wish you a blessed and a prosperous future. And once again, we want to say congratulations. Now we'd like to welcome our salutatorian, Miss Angela Van No.
Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to give thanks to everyone that made me the person that I am today, my teachers, my peers, and most importantly, my parents. Okay, now, I would like you all to look at me. Despite being able to overlook everyone here, my eyes never see much higher than 5 feet. I can kick my foot up about 2-3 feet tops, and I can probably touch my toes if I really reach for them. I must have lost most of y'all by now. Angela, hurry up and get to the point so we can go and grab brunch or something. But what I'm trying to tell you is the fact that I'm just average. I wake up, I log into my online classes, and log out. I struggle. I like to have fun, I procrastinate, and the only reason I'm here on this stage instead of every single one of you down there is because I'm a little better at flashcards. Now some of you, maybe. Not at throwing three-pointers, not at running to the finish line, not at harmonizing, not smudging my fingers with charcoal, and heck, not even public speaking. I'm probably missing a few, but you get the point. Every single one of us here has immense potential and in unique ways. So find that passion, find that potential, unleash it, amplify it, and never let anyone establish your worthiness based on their standards and circumstances. Do not compare what you accomplished in a day to what the person next to you accomplished in a day. Rather, look to see the progress you have made in comparison to the you of yesterday. Success, no matter what you envision it to be, takes time, and no matter which path you set your mind on after leaving this room, remember that if you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to introduce our valedictorian, Tammy Min Tran.
It is an honor for me to be standing here today in front of my peers face to face. Thank you to the Naaman Forest administration, staff, and faculty for all that they've done this year. This year was like no other, and the transition to a virtual classroom has been a bumpy one. But if there's any class that could have handled it, it's the class of 2021. For crawling out of bed every morning, well, for waking up every morning for that precious attendance, for finding a way to communicate with your best friends, for finding hope when it was nowhere to be found. Behind every mask, I see your resilient hope. From here and forever on, the world is your oyster. You choose your path, whether it's continuing your education, starting your own company, or developing a new idea. We're here, we've made it, we are graduating, but that doesn't mean your story's over. Your growth hinges on your resolve, and we have so much more growing to do. The world that we've created within the halls of Naaman Forest could only prepare us so much for what's in store. It is up to you to put yourself out there and to venture towards the future you desire. Graduation isn't defined by a cap, gown, or sheet of paper. It is defined by your courage to move forward. Know that in the next chapter, the pen is in your hand. So there's my little motivational speech for you guys. The class of 2021, full of the most determined individuals. I have a few people that I'd like to thank, however, but I'll make it quick so we can get the party started. Scarlett Coco and my best friend Zamira, Gloria Martinez Shakira, my best buddies who've seen through it all, I'll keep in contact from Niagara Falls. Miss Knowles, Miss Aldis, y'all were the hardest. Didn't show in my grades because you know I bombed it. It was actually kind of difficult. I want to thank the coaches, the leaders, the dedicated teachers, the beautiful director that made us run the bleachers, my brothers for being the best Smarties of them all, the Smarties for helping me pass in the fall, and those who are the class know-it-alls, thanks for letting me keep up with RuPaul. Thank you to the class of 2021. Just because you're here doesn't mean that you're done. You're brilliant, resilient, one in a million, and when y'all have fun, y'all kind of chillin'. To the real ones, you already know who you are. Thank you for believing I would get so far. This whole year, I couldn't wait to graduate, and now that I'm here, it's so bizarre. Look around, because we're here in one room. The bond we share between us is true. The last time we're all here in one place, and I'm glad that I can see everyone's face. After a whole year of quarantine, all because of COVID, you know what I mean. How I miss that same old routine of watching Miss Rossi chug that caffeine. These past 4 years all feel so blurred. I hope I didn't let out my inner nerd. You've sat here long enough, so I'll say my last word. Now it's up to you to succeed. You heard.
And now, for the class of 2021, please rise. Dr. Lopez and Ms. Linda Griffin, on behalf of the administration and faculty and staff of the Naaman Forest High School, it is with great pride I certify these students have completed the course requirements for graduation, as set forth by the Texas Educational Agency and the Board of Trustees of the Garland Independent School District. At this time, I would like to recommend the class of 2021 for graduation. And now I would like to welcome Ms. Linda Griffin.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you have not had an opportunity to greet your neighbor, turn to them and say, good morning. Now I want you to tell them, look who's before us. We are among greatness. I can't hear you. Look at who's before us. We are among greatness. Okay, all right, had to get your attention. Now, let me officially say, good morning, family, friends, platform guests, and to this distinguishing class, our honorees of the class of 2021. It is such a pleasure to share this special day with you, this special moment. What are the right words to say for what we all have experienced over the past 18 months? Is it stress? Is it patience? Is it isolation? Is it perseverance? Or is it just beginning anew? I am sure this class, you have some words that you would like to suggest, but time will not allow me to hear those words. But I think there's a constant word that we can all agree on, and it's not a new word. It's a word that we're familiar with, but it has been taken to another level, and that word is change. Change means different. And who would have ever thought that a normal school day would be virtual, online, with remote teachers from your home? I think that sums it up. Different. Public education changed. Maya Angelou says, and I quote, You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to let them reduce you, unquote. In my observations, I don't think any of you were reduced by your circumstances or the changes, because you completed your work, you passed those tests, and you stand right here ready in a few minutes to receive your high school diploma. You made education a priority. Audience, let's give them a Texas-sized round of applause for the right priorities. You pushed forward with excellence because you were committed on your future. You have become students of transformation, and you transformed very well into young adults that are standing before me this morning. But it's because of your intelligence, your skills, your talents, that you were able to embrace all of these changes, and you have come out victoriously. Class of 2021, look to your right. Look to your left. And say all together on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. We did it! Class of 2021, that was a bit weak. That was a bit weak. That was a bit weak. So I'm going to tell you and ask you one more time. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. You see, that second time you had some confidence. And that's what I needed to hear from you. You've improved your critical thinking skills and your decision-making abilities. But it's one thing, one lesson I hope you have learned, that at the end of the day, you can do much more than you ever thought you could. We are here to rejoice with you, to celebrate you on your accomplishments and reaching this life's milestone. As I look at your smiling faces, you are encouragement for this district that we need to just keep pushing forward. So what's the next road you will travel? I don't know, and you may not know, but you have time to figure it out. What I would suggest is you make it meaningful. Believe in yourself and keep learning. Remember, your past holds your high school memories. Your future holds all of your dreams. Your support is from all of your loved ones that are gathered here. And your strength is within you. You have everything you need to step into your next. So, by the power vested in me by the state of Texas, by the State Board of Education, by the Texas Education Agency, and the Board of Trustees of the Garland Independent School District. Okay, hold it. I now, Linda Griffin, declare each student receiving your diploma graduates of Naaman Forest High School, class of 2021. You are now graduates. Ooh. How does it feel? How does it feel? But I have one last instruction to you. Will you accept it? Because I'm standing between you and the stage. So one last instruction is a question. Was your tassel worth the hard work you went through to get here today? And if it is, please move your tassels to the left. Never forget high school, NFHS. You're Ranger ready. Go out and change this world and make it a better place. Godspeed.
Audience, be courteous during this ceremony. This is a formal event, and every parent deserves the right to hear their child's name called. If you want to clap for your graduate, do so, but stop quickly to allow the graduate's name next to be called. Please allow this ceremony to remain a positive event for all the graduates. And now, class of 2021, please prepare to receive your diplomas.
Tammy Mean Tran. Angela Van Naw. Janet Torres. Lydia Malsam Lynn. William Woodard Cabanis. Vinhan Duk Bui. Zachariah Muhammad Amin. Warren Christopher Tyler II. Shubha Pinkalkumar Patel. Andy Wynn Trong. Catherine May Ballard. Jamie Noctrine Na. Matthew Emmanuel McLean. Colton Ray Robotham. Layli Alexandra Velasquez. Sabrina Isabella Smith. Nini T. Wynn. Min Wei Wynn. Kenneth Zui Bui. Julie Huang Wynn. Macy Jewel Davis. Gloria Martinez Martinez. Scarlett Shea Coco. Dara Soon Tran. Phoebe Katfong Tran. Ni Tuen Dao. Francisco Alejandro Castillo. Tiffany In Pham. Caitlin Isabella Rico. Viana Nok Hao. Denaya Celine Derrick. Nan Thang Win. Taylor Keelan Hernandez. Alyssa Marie Alvarez. Ryan Mark Birch. Huiyung Chen. Tracy Thang Wen. Abigail Avery Barrington. Matthew Hugh Tran. Jacob Matthew Kwong. Devin Malik Deal. Narissa May Buck. Huynh Tran. Tatum Elizabeth Sandoval. Zoe Anita Mendoza. Trinity Amala Singfath. Jade Hong Nak Fan. Angela Marie Zapata. Kennedy Lauren Marshall. Mallory Nicole Unstadt. Austin Danghua Kwa Ko. Ricardo David Ruvalcaba Marin. Moon Wind. Alexa Naomi Gonzalez. Ruby Alicia Mendez Delgado. Emma Page Connor. Adolfo Angel Contreras Arroyo. Kaylee Taylor Sathavong. Viet Long Huang Nguyen. Tina Huynh Phan. Nguyen T. Min Trong. Duc Ngoc Minh Nguyen. Mackenzie Lee Fletcher. Rafi R. Daka. Diana Michelle Mendez Troches. Hannah Melissa Shavira. Savannah Christine Cavazos. Joshua Evan Hooks. Alexis Johanna Gomez. Ni Hu Bain. Nok Huang An Win. Michelle Nava. Ang Quen Pham. Crystal Mi Win. Juan Can Vu. Jennifer Celeste Helton. Caitlin Diane Walton. Emily Reyna. Lisbeth Flores. Justina Marie Puglisi. Cade Richard Stafford. Katija Cassandra Ogalende. Oh, yeah! Jeffrey Steve Diaz. Oh, yeah! Alexa Rachel Carrizales. Aaron Fernando Castellanos. Shantae Hope Bramsey. Jada Michaela Coleman. Olamide Dennis Urune. Stephanie Torres Rivera. Jennifer J. Lee. Rearson Joy Rose. Tristan Antonio Johnson. Ruby Uribe. Lisbeth Alia Don Juan Rivera. Elizabeth Lynn Lopez. Marlene Paula Solis. Brendan Harold Mason. Shemazy Godson Kanu. Fu Vin Lu. Tommy Wynn. Ethan Sunbain Lee. Khan Lee Tran. Victor Yang Omole. Alexi Michelle Verver. Jaime Beltran Rodriguez. Alicia Gonzalez Munoz. Kelly Tran. Jessica Yamalith Vasquez Reyes. Desiree Dawn Hughes. Megan Marie Gillard. Cheyenne Michelle Plumley. Carla Nicole Muchada Middleton. Angel Sebastian Carriega. Diana Wynn. Thomas Minty Wynn. Fete M. Abdelhafe. Guadalupe Acosta. Sonia Roxanne Aguilar. Antonio Aguirre Jr. Khatab Bashar Alane. Mildred Daphne Alvarado Reina. Iris Bianca Alvidrez. Hermilda Rosibel Amaya. Jonah Emmanuel Anderson. Lauren Paige Andrade. Tanya Guadalupe Ariza. Jacqueline Yaudite Aranda. Stephanie Arzmende. Liam Scott Arman. Alfredo Arroyo. Antrosia Chandriel Atkins. Isaiah Benjamin Austin. Sebastián Alejandro Ayala V. Ana Catalina Baires Rodas. Destiny Desha Banks. Kalia Ariana Barnes. Fernando Ivan Barrera. Francisco Alfonso Beltran. Bruno Benitez. Jahim Dimitri Bethea. Vin Tebi. Johan Fernando Steve Bixel Galeano. Elijah St. Charles Bodwin. Yason Daniel Borjas. Hannah Angelita Boswell. Tristan John Bowens. Darius Elijah Brown. Leo Brown III. Dejanay Christina Renee Butler. Kayla Renee Butler. Leah Danae Butler. Jesus Calderon Paredes Jr. Jacqueline Simora Casares Escalante. Miguel Javier Calderon Justiniano. Julian Calixto Martinez. Sandra Alexis Canales. Monica Casanova. Kaylee Ann Callis Wells. Isabella Sole Castillo. Anthony Cazares Rodriguez. Fermin Cervantes Pacheco. Aaron James Centura. Nakaya Imani Clark. Ernesto Concha Frias. Jacob Contreras. Daisy Lynn Cordell. Kaylee Jace Cornell. Joshua Coors. Jose Cortina Garcia. Nehemiah Ezra Creer. Haley Renee Kritz. Angelita Marie Cruz. Jose Cruz Jr. Eduardo Cuevas Lopez. Abdulhadi Dakazali. Laquan DeMarcus Davis. Mario Keith Davis. Shaft Deshawn Davis Jr. Trinity Lachey Davis. Janessa Renee Delgado. Magdalia Abigail Delgado. Andres Devora. Jacqueline Daniela Diaz Garcia. Joe Diaz. Kimberly Diaz. Min Nyat Zen. Tommy Eugene Dunn. Debbie Duran Olvera. Giselle Duran de Leon. Devante Jacurian Edwards. India Sade Edwards. Cameron Allen Ellis. Alexis Enciso Carvajal. Douglas Allen Epperson. Jada Damia Page Irvin. Aliyah Renee Esparza. Allison Espinosa. Eric Eduardo Estrada. Cameron Lee Elgin Ferguson. Linda Montserrat Figueroa Vea. Jose Daniel Flores. Leslie Patricia Flores Rubio. Oscar Arturo Flores Farfan. Ruben Javier Flores. Adam Tarek Foda. Seth Paul Fontenot. Harrison David Fugit. Jeffrey Jair Galvez. Desiree Marie Gamino. Ashley Jeanette Garcia Lopez. Brian Alberto Garcia. Isabel Garcia. Jared Salvador Garcia Calderon. Mary Jane Garcia. Sean Andrew Garcia. Angelica Renee Gardner. Yoram Kesete Gebremden. Yusuf Wahab Garfour. Gibson Gigi. Alessandra Godinez. Brian Antoni Gomez. Adan Cristian Gonzalez. Alan Omar Gonzalez. Diana Alexa Gonzalez. Hector Jason Gonzalez Ayala. Jennifer Johanna Gonzalez. Valerie Gonzalez. Valerie Stephanie Granados. Xavier Alexander Gravely. Cassandra Joy Green. Alexis Ayana Griffin. Adrian Guevara Resendez. Jennifer Galilea Guevara. Brandon Gutierrez Castillo. Christian Jonathan John. Hunter Dylan Hansen. Colleen Michael Harris. Jasley Page Harrington. Aaliyah Faith Henderson. Brianna Nicole Hernandez. Jaime Israel Hernandez. Mia Hernandez. Sarah Christine Herrera. Nathan Christopher Hogan. Alicia Nicole Horn. Logan Bell Hurea. Bryson Amon Huey. Liam Ton Nguyen. Blessing Amarachi Iheme. Kendall Ray Ivory. Kalaya Fazel Jackson. Delacia Amari Jacobs. Brian Hymas. Emily Hymas. Khalid Nasir Jalul. Natalie Ray Janway. Andrew Jacob Yaquez. Jessica Joanna Hamarillo. Jada Jacqueline Jefferson. Jael Jolie Jefferson. Samaje Gwen Jeffrey. Keldred Duwan Johnson. Kylan Timothy Earl Johnson. Aldo Manuel Juarez. Rydell Lorraine June Jr. Elijah Justin Kibido. Brian June Kim. Cadence Jackson Kirkland. Mi Sam Lam. Terrence Andrew Landrum. Christopher Alexander Lara. Mi Nahuen Lee. Joshua Alberto Lechuga. Jahari Lamar Lee. Josue Javier Leos. Sang Tio Leon. Marianne Lycan. Joseph Isaac Liendo. Aaron Lira. Kennedy Nicole Lally. Melanie Alexia Loredo. Jacoby Keyshawn Llewellyn.
Brian Roy Macias. Adan Basael Rodriguez. Zachary Nachawa Mageto Jr. Lincoln DeBoy Mena. Francis Del Zenapan Marcelo. Henley Cheyenne Martin. Heran Martinez Gonzalez. Stephanie Martinez. Cynthia Fabiola Matoso. Matua Renee Mauga. Clifton Dan Macbeth Jr. Corey Patrice McBride. Jada Elise McCauley. Kendall Reese Leroy McConnell. Chelsea Kayla Medina. Gloria Zarlee Medina. Nathalyn Danea Medina. Ruth Tacola McConan. Jesus Manuel Melendez Gutierrez. Christian Emilio Mina. Landy Johanna Mendez Mejia. Alexis Mendoza. Eliza Nayeli Mendoza. Jacqueline Mendoza. Alan Gabriel Meza. Jayla Jamorgan Mills. Daria Lorraine Menifee. Elias Abraham Miranda Ayala. Zamira Miranda Garcia. Carlos Antonio Mireles. Kwasi Christian Jonjares Mo. Adan Alexis Molina. Angie Molina Ramirez. Nancy Carolina Montes Munoz. Cassidy Renee Moore. Gentil Yares Onte Moore. Ariana Savannah Morales. Juan Jose Morales. Oliver Morales Velasquez. Dana Moreno Chavez. Naya Annette Morgan. Ezra Lee Mudd. Brenda Leticia Munoz Lopez. Malik Devon Andre Murphy. Ariana Isis Mayart. Leslie Navarez. Christian Nemesio. Ricky Huno. Anthony Fu Wen. Bill Fee Wen. Huang Kan An Wen. Natalie Faithtwit An Wen. Nantan Wen. Nu Huyen Wen. Tran Huan Trung Wen. Ivory Patricia Jackson. Danielle Janea Nickerson. Michaela Janae Nickerson. Humberto Alexander Nunez. Ana Own. Natalie Patricia Oliveres. Jose Benjamin Romeda Jr. James Michael O'Neill III. John Isaac Orsorno. Elisha Aaron Owens Kimbrough. Oscar Ramon Padilla. Saul Aquilio Padilla. Kayla Palacios. Mia Ann Desiree Palmer. Plan Thampar. Blaine Alexander Pete. Candice Bree Pina. Abel Nehum Perez. Laris Yvette Perez. Mark Anthony Perez. Mariana Perez Mata. Matthew Wayne Petty. Kylie Lene Fee. LaDasia Lene Pitts. Heather Marie Pletcher. Ira Furman Pollins Jr. Charmaine Danielle Porter. Natalie Nicole Pradia. Anthony Alexander Quintanilla. Abigail Ramirez Mendoza. Alexis Sierra Ramirez. Kevin Alexander Ramirez Perez. Leonardo Raul Ramirez. Mariah Ayana Ramirez. Walter Stevens Ramirez Perez. Luis Scott Ramos. Jocelyn Rangel. Rolando Rangel Velasquez. Belal Mohammed Rasul. Usef Razak. Anthony Zane Reagan. Michaela Alexis Reesley. Alexandra Elena Renteria. Brisa Resendez. Christopher Reyes. Ethan Isaiah Reyes. Vivian Rico. Kaylin Mornay Rito. Andy Noy Rivas Jimenez. Ashley Carolina Rivas Castro. Angel Gabriel Rodriguez. Arthur Rodriguez. Brandon Steven Rodriguez. Emmanuel Belmont Rodriguez. Josue Cecilio Rodriguez. Brisa de Jesus Rojas Vargas. Jennifer Rosario Vasquez. Brianna Alice Rose. Ronald Dale Ross. Miles Christian Roy. Elizabeth Ruiz Bernabe. Tyree Rashawn Rustin. Nancy Rubacava. Eric Gamaliel Sanz. Angelica Sanchez. Jacqueline Anahi Sanchez. April Sauceda. Yasmin Say. Francisco Josue Scafetti. Ida Zanib Cisse. Brian Alexander Serguero. Daniela Abigail Silos Platas. Brian Simone. Candace Geneva Sims. Ashley Tayana Smith. Cameron Jamal Smith. Ramaya Tajane Smith. Alejandro Solis. Atali Elizabeth Solis. Osmar Gonzalo Sosa. Giovanni Soto. Josue David Soto. Shamar Latrell Span. Henry David Spells IV. Jonathan Morley Spellman. Yasmin Nicole Spencer. Sue Sean. Christopher D'Angelo Taylor. Lanaya Deonjane Taylor. Chao Tai. Wen Denquai Tai. Creighton Jerome Thompson, Jr. Bishop Shamir Titus. Heaven Dolores May Tomas. Angie Torres. Joshua Torres. Hai Tran. Lyndon An Tran. Marcus Duong Tran. Kayla Vadaria Trevino. Clarice Michelle Truitt. Maria Josue Tuergueta. Austin Ryan Valdez. Vaden Israel Valedor. Denise Maricela Velasquez. Diego Jesus Velasquez Rojas. Yasmin Velasquez. Jonathan Villanueva. Michael Wynn Votibach. Martin Yvonne Vu. Kiefer Malachi Walker. Abdul Juarez. Cameron Ahmad Washington. Dalen Jamad Webb. Marvika Jojun Wiley Jr. Alicia Leandra Williams. Yandre Tiki Wimberly. Josiah Anise Wright. Gabrielle Renee Yokotu. Ivan Zavala Santa Maria. Diego Sastoque Pinzon. Elizabeth Adriana Sanchez. Sakaya Brielle Pilot. Deborah Kokoma Gabrielle. All right, the following names are people that were late coming to the celebration. Han Bo Wen, Yu Shen Chen, Yu Yun Chen, Genesis Alexa Moreno, Lanka Nadaya Amaranyanka, Adriana Yvette Castro, Yahir Joel Guzman, Kiera K. Harris, Lauren Nicole Umes, Tabara M. Latif, Brian Robert Lee, William Ashton Linter, Simon Andrew Lopez, Mason Lane Mole, Anthony Ricardo Patino, Luquin Pham, Daniel James Pletcher, Janice Rosario Vasquez, Jimmy Lee Smith Williams Jr., Tyson Lee Taylor, Halayeth Almasri Malawi, Sandun Soka Amranyaki, Omar Edgarro Avila, Eric Noe Badillo, Jada Ann Causey, Christopher Chavez, Vararia Celeste Dean, Mauricio Dominguez Contreras, Miguel Alexander Elias, Ross Kevin Ford, Javon Forte Bernard, Angel Andreas Garcia, Christopher Demont Gibbs, Jason Hernandez, Marissa Marie Mendoza, Deonza Andriel Murphy, Maxwell Reese Muzo, Kwakmin Nguyen, Daniela Pargas, Melanie Pargas, Garrett Xavier Pickens, Karina Angelica Piedra, Shelby Dawn Potter, Christian Alejandro Caseda, Enoch Ephraim Reyes, Christopher W. Stacy, Sebastian Rene Teniente, Garrett Nathaniel Tolbert, Jahaziel Adrian Sanchez, Xavier Austin Servine, Nevaeh Renee Smith, Christian Caden Rafi Solis, Kevin Brian Villagomez, and Lean Kine Yeep.
Those were the names of the individuals that may have chose to join us virtually. So let's give our entire class of 2021 a round of applause. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize several individuals and groups. First of all, I'd like to thank our area director, Mr. Ray Merrill, as well as acknowledge all of our faculty and staff who volunteered to attend this graduation this morning. We would like to recognize our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Bowie. Will you please stand? We also want to recognize our class sponsor for this class of 2021, Mr. Charles Cabanis. Next, we want to recognize our counselors here at Naaman Forest High School. Would you please stand? We want to recognize our administrative staff at Naaman Forest High School. Please stand. Now, would all remaining faculty of Naaman Forest High School please stand? Goal ISD's one goal is that our students graduate college, career, and life ready. One of our ways our students demonstrate this is by meeting a college, career, and military readiness standards, or CCMR. Students who have met CCMR standards are denoted by wearing a medallion. Will all students that have attained this level of achievement please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. Any graduating young men and women who have already enlisted in the military, please stand to be recognized. Would all active duty personnel and veterans in the audience please join them by standing? Thank you. And now, class of 2021, please rise. And now, Hannah Melissa Chavera will lead us in our alma mater.
Hail to Naaman Forest, will there be true? Hold to the green and white, our hearts will cherish you.
All right, class of 2021. 1, 2, 3.